And welcome to another episode of the Good Keyboard Friends podcast. I am wearing my amazing Minnesota mechanical keyboard.
Dude, literally put it on as the countdown was going 3, 2, 1. And as it hit 1, dude, out of nowhere, pulls out the Minnesota meetup hat. I've never felt so personally attacked.
The thing is, I wasn't sure if you were going to get one either, Simen. But I got one of each, so
I'll probably get one to support Deadbolt.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather just give him money because I have the beanie that I like, and I'd rather just wear that.
I got you. Well, we are joined today by the one, the only Simen, and someone that is this your first appearance on anything? I don't know, in this style of media, Muji?
Yes and no. The last time I was on a stream, well, it wasn't my stream. I hijacked. So the Key Circle was streaming one of our meets in Dallas, and he had to go to the little boys' room. So I took over his camera and just started rolling with it. I think I was terrible with it, but I was walking around the venue, showing keyboards. I don't think I was terribly entertaining, but so yes.
I mean, people are mostly there just to see the keyboards anyway. Right. I live streamed the Dubai meetup, but my internet connection was terrible, so it was 420p at best. And I recruited someone to follow me around with a camera who had no idea what the hell he was doing, but it was great. People loved it. People just want to see the boards, man.
Yeah. So in truth, this is my first stream. Anything. I had to go buy all this. Well, actually, not all this stuff is new, but I used to try to record some videos for typing tests and stuff, which was that was itself a whole horror deal. But I've just tried to refashion all the mics and all the cameras for streaming.
Oh yeah, I see you went all out and put a pop filter in front of your pop filter just in case,
Right,
dude.
I just copy you guys. That's what I'm doing.
Well, for the audio listeners out there, we have Muji from Sneakbox, and I'm not lying when I say this. The background, his background is fucking amazing.
It's
Simen,
wild.
I thought it was a generic background that you can put on,
oh no, it's real.
It's real, dude.
I see the giant Tangy. I see the some sort of retro arcade machine.
Yeah.
That's the tits. And you've also got that wallboard that costs $2,400 at the bare minimum.
Yeah, the Vesta board. Yeah,
I know the one because I was like, maybe I can make this, and then it's just this is going to cost $8,000 to make. Let's not.
Yeah, split flat boards are expensive. Yeah. So welcome. This is my lair. I exist here in most hours of the day and most days.
So good.
Wait. I see a little bit of inventory. I'm getting the edge of some inventory. See, that's the good stuff there.
Oh, is that true, Muji?
What?
Right. So it would be to your left, right at the edge of frame, next to the arcade machine. That's your right. That's your left. Do I have to tell you which side is your left? Yeah.
I'm mirrored, so I'm trying to get my bearings on it. So sorry, I'm looking at my camera thinking, what's left and what's right on the camera. So I'm gonna have to learn trial by fire right now. It's a lot of things to learn.
Yeah, that's why I was to your left. So kept it simple.
Yeah, what is that? Those are Emiplaques. They're kind of the things that you get in temples in Japan. I've been so many times that they're really cheap and they're really pretty. And every time I go, I always buy a plaque from the shrine.
I think we have one at the entrance to our house that Kate brought. It's a little hangy thing, right? It's a little piece of wood, right, with a message on it.
Yeah,
dude's just got hundreds.
I mean,
your house is blessed.
Yeah, you go for 15 years and you start accumulating them. But I decided I was going to make my own. So
oh my god, that's amazing.
I reached out to a manufacturer and had them do this with the UV print. So because I don't know, it's fun. That's why you're in the hobby, man. It's about having fun, right?
Yeah,
it is.
Well, what's the story behind them? Why do they do that stuff in Japan? Is it for protection of the house or?
Yeah, what you do is on the backs of these, they'll ask you if you want one as a gift, which some people just buy them as a gift and take them home. But otherwise, they say, do you want to write something on the back of it? And so what you can do is you can write whatever wish that you want. And periodically, what they'll do is they'll take these and they'll purify them, right? And so they'll burn the plaques at the shrine. These are for Shinto shrines. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I when my mom was going through cancer, I used to go to them. That's why I went so often, right? I'm not a terribly superstitious person, but it seemed like she lived another year every time I wrote one. So, I wrote one down, and it becoming just a kind of a tradition after that point, I guess. So,
yeah. Shit,
That's
dude.
wild.
Sorry to hear that, man.
yeah, it's old news now.
Is she better now? Is she in remission?
No,
or?
she's passed away. She passed away right before
I'm
COVID. Man, COVID was a crazy year for me. But yeah, she passed away right before COVID. I had to deal with all that. I became kind of like the main, like point of contact and the estate planner and estate manager and finance manager for my dad because he's just too old. And I became his like primary caretaker at that point. And then
this
COVID
was like,
hit.
and that was like, you had a business up and running at that point. Like Sneakbox was happening at like
right
2019.
Right.
I never got any impression that there was that much shit going on in your life.
I mean, that's
like,
the thing about business, right?
I mean, generally, historically, like most people, when they're going through a real tough time, they're just like, listen, we're pausing for a little while I take care of this. Here's how we're going to handle it. But like, there was no message, no delays, no weirdness. So, goddamn.
Yeah. Well, it's irrelevant to the customer, right? So, I mean, back then, obviously, you guys know because Simen, you reviewed one of my keyboards way back then, which and you gave it a thumbs up, by the way, too, which was nice. But like back then, it was different, right? It was a lot more tight knit community. You could say something like that, but I don't know. As a vendor, I kind of felt like that would be unfair for the customer. And in truth, I mean, stuff like this could happen to anybody at any time, so you just have to roll with it. It's not something that's terribly unusual for my main line of business. My day job is completely different from this. Boy, it's an open secret to the Texas keyboard because I meet with them in person, but I guess maybe I should mention that now. So actually, my day job is I'm a physician.
No way,
Yeah.
a doctor.
Mm-hmm. I'm a designer. I'm a designer. I saw y'all's podcast before this.
Holy cow!
Yeah. So it was. I made Sneakbox. I mean, all of Sneakbox started as a tongue-in-cheek thing, right? It was. I was a Redditor at the beginning, as many of us were. And I decided to post just really meme-y type stuff. I made a giant 2% milk keyboard or macro pad out of a carton of Horizon milk and called it Mega Milk, which is a very not too subtle reference to something in the weeb community. And that took off. And then I did a couple other things, one of which was this guy right here. This dude.
The Keyblade.
Which was it's a butter knife. It's not Clavier had the Keyblades, right? So he has the ones that are acrylic. But I'm like,
yeah, you have that's the real Keyblade. I've actually held one of those in Dubai.
Yeah, so this thing's a chonker, man. So I had to hand finish all these things in my backyard. It was I was a little I was very untechnologically savvy back then. But so like the edges had to be finished. I had to be sure not to destroy the brush coatings that from the laser cut steel. That was not easy. I got cut a lot of times because the corners were very sharp. But yeah, so I ran this with Germ, who was part of GQ Awards back then, who's no longer around. Just the store's not around. I'm not talking about him. I don't know what happened to him, but his store's not around.
Yeah.
And
we're not killing the guy.
Yeah. So like meme stuff like that, right? And it just kind of took off from there. My store name is a not too subtle reference to a video game franchise, which you guys probably are aware of. If you can imagine a guy in a box that crawls around and sneaks
Help me,
around.
stepsis. I'm stuck in the box.
Yeah. Something like that.
That should literally just be the tagline for.
Did you play the new remake?
Which one, Delta or?
Yeah, was it 3? Yeah, it was Delta, right?
Yeah, I haven't. I only played the original back in PlayStation.
I stopped playing. Yeah,
PS2.
I stopped at PS2.
Oh man,
those were the glory days.
Wait, are you guys the same age as I am? Like,
I'm more than that.
Yeah,
I'm in my. I'm way older,
dude. You don't look a day over like 9.
It's that Indonesia, dude. It's that Indonesia.
Also, you don't get outside much. You don't age as much, right? It's all that UV light that causes you to age. So
yep.
But yeah, I mean, it's so yeah. My company's based on the Metal Gear franchise, at least the name of it, because of one Reddit post where I created a laser cut stacked aluminum Alice and called it Metal Gear Alice as a tongue-in-cheek, and then I drew a box logo on the back, and they were like, "You should make this your company name." And so I was like, "Box, Metal Gear, Sneak, Sneakbox,
Sneakbox,"
and that's it.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Well, the first time I had ever actually gone to Sneakbox was somebody in my friend Discord. So backtracking a little bit. So Simen does this thing every October called Thocctober. And I'll ask Simen to explain it, since who better to explain it than Simen, and then I'll explain why I asked him to. So what is Thocctober, Simen?
Shoot, when is this episode going to be out?
We can make it ASAP. You want to make it ASAP? Yeah. Fuck it. We're in charge of our own podcast. We can do whatever the fuck we want. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do. This is supposed to be episode 30, right?
Something like 29.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not anymore. Haha. All right. Thocctober is something that like I help organize every year. It was inspired by YMJV. Well, is that the correct order of letters? He like made like 1 or 2 YouTube videos, and there's one video just called Thock that is private. If you go into the like my Discord and do exclamation Thock, it'll link you to the YouTube video. Out of nowhere, like I watched the video, it's like a minute long. It's great. I was inspired. I'm like, we should do Thocctober. And Thocctober like would be like Christmas, but like it's the season of giving type situation. But not while shipping prices are insane. And the whole concept of it is to help out people that don't have the means to buy the things that they want, or don't have the means to even enter the hobby. And we kind of like all pool together and all contribute. It could be cash. It could be like, hey, I've got key sets and a couple key sets and switches that I'm not using. I'm sure like somebody could use them. And each year we do Thocctober a little bit different. Every year I do reach out to vendors internationally and get discount codes for Thocctober. Basically, like people give what they can, even if it's like a couple of percentage points. Gian usually goes like super hard for Thocctober, but he'll only do it for like a week. And then all the all the donations, all the subs, all the Patreon, all the stuff that would come to me, that also gets put into the Thocctober fund. And for this year, the plan for Thocctober is starting right now. I'm literally going to make the Discord announcement like after this. So on September 7th, we're starting the nomination stage, or the pitch stage of this year's Thocctober, which basically means there's a Discord channel open. You can go into that Discord channel and be like, yo, here's Will. Will is a good friend of mine. I want to get him a nice build. He's never had, a real mechanical keyboard, but he came over one time and, he liked this and he liked this. So, I'd like to get him like a nice basic TKL. I don't want to do anything too spendy. And here's a picture of Will. So that would be like the pitch. That's a simple pitch. Or, in 2023, we got some wild pitches where people are like, I want to make a custom keyboard from scratch for this guy who definitely deserves it. And they made it happen. And right now is the nomination stage, so everybody can go pitch a project, basically. Starting October 1st, we will choose the projects that will continue forward, like actually become a reality, which usually is all the projects, unless it's, something that's an absolute meme. And during Thocctober, anybody in the community can go to that project. Each one will have its own Discord channel and be like, hey, I've got this, I want to contribute. Or they can just contribute to the Thocctober fund. And also from my end, any project that hey, we need $600 to make a one-off, I'll be like, here you go, here's $600 out of the fund. So that's the plan for this year's Thocctober. And there's no rush on it. Some builds will take a while, but once all the builds are done, we share videos, pictures of hey, here's the guy, he got the board, he's fucking loving it, here's what he thinks. And I don't know, I think it's just a really cool roundabout way to come together as a community and do something nice. Also, there's exclusive Thocctober merch, okay? That's what it's all about. It's the exclusive Thocctober merch that you can only buy in Thocctober and that never re-releases. Shout out to the homies that have the original Thocctober merch.
Yeah, man, it's so nice. And because of Simen doing that, it trickled down to my friend Discord. So we do a very bare bones Thocctober every year, which is basically, hey, I have a list of maybe an unused key set or a keyboard that I never use. I have all this. Does anybody in the Discord want this? And then somebody says, yeah, I want this. And then we cover the shipping. The person who has the item sends the item to whoever it is. So it's very nice. It's very wholesome. Somebody asked for a Claris or Claris. Claris? Claris. The Muji sells these switch desk lamps or lights that light up.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first time I actually went to Sneakbox and bought it, maybe 2 years ago. So that was how I learned about Muji. I learned about Sneakbox and Muji. I wasn't in the hobby when you started with all the things that you were talking about. Simen obviously was, but that's so cool. I did not know that. You are one of the, how do I say it, the founding fathers of cool meme projects.
Man, there's people doing stuff before
you got to do memes. You got to do memes.
Yeah.
You got to do memes.
It's so good though.
It's the best way to get in. The best way to get in is to make fun shit. I think the worst way to enter the hobby is to be too formal and too serious. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth,
Yeah.
But all the boys that came in and their first project was something redonkulously stupid are the people that made it. And they're bigger than you think. Heine's first project was a meme little 40%. TGR's first project was a fucking nonsense TKL. Consider, I entered with the Illuminati ISO. I don't consider myself a maker, but technically I am a maker.
Oh!
Is that a silver unit?
Of course I have one, yeah.
Those are really fucking rare.
Yeah.
Those are really fucking rare. When I did the original order, I ordered the quantity based on the likelihood of anodization failure. So silver had 0 extras. I think they were out of 150 units, less than 15 silvers.
I like silver.
Were you in an original group buy joiner?
Yeah. I think I've got it off of MK Ultra was running it in US, right?
Were they Simen? I don't
I think I forget. I thought it was, but maybe it's not.
It would have been Doyu Studio.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. Sorry.
And
my
then
mind is blurry.
either you would have gotten your delivery on time or 2 years too late because Doyu fell off the face of the planet and I had to take all the inventory, move it to the US and ship it from there.
God, I lost track of all the stuff that I group bought. So when it came to me, I'm like, oh, okay, I've got it. I didn't remember. I went crazy with group buys at the beginning.
Talk to us about that. Your first keyboard or keyboard purchases. Talk to us about going crarazy with group buys and stuff.
Well, I mean, I kind of started with humble beginnings, right? My entry to the keyboard world is a little bit different, but it was also based on need, like most people's here. But seeing as I am a computer science minor, I actually jumped out of computer science during college because I this is how old I am. I went through college during the first .com bubble. bursting. And so at that point, I'm like, well, don't think I'm going to get a job in computer science. So I went to essentially biochemistry as a major, and then went into medical school, and that's how I went there. But all of my friends were engineers. The most notable memory is me watching them build like an FM radio in their dorm, like at 3 a.m, and the whole thing about, well, you've got to heat the pads, and you got to heat the pins. You don't heat the solder, and that was the entry, right? So for work, I needed to do a lot of prose entry, and for the medical profession, it's like big boilerplate text of, this is a something year old person, and here are all their medical problems, and here's a review of systems and all that. So like mine are very different than everybody else. So like I'm like, I need to find something that can boilerplate a whole bunch of stuff, and I cannot put software on a company provided computer because they lock that sucker down like crazy. And so I bought a drop control, which was sad, very sad. And then I went into buying a keyboard from Prime Keyboards. If he made the Elise or Prime E, which I ended up making a case for, and still very good friends with. Holten's a real super nice guy. He just is closing up shop now, which Holten, shout out to you, man. Good friend. But real nice guy. Got to meet him in person. But my first board was an ortholinear Prime O, which, whew, I tell you, going from a TKL to a essentially like a 50% ortholinear was like whiplash.
Yeah. Why would you do that to yourself?
Well, because like when you read Reddit, and I mean, this is the crazy thing about Reddit, right?
Yeah,
it's like
starting off real strong.
Yeah, like Reddit's just like, oh well, everything
you fucked up.
Like everything is one finger away. You can easily get to it, and I couldn't for the life of me push the X key.
At that point, just go steno.
I mean that's what Butterknife is a steno board after that. So I'm just digging a hole for myself. Really, that's what's happening.
I mean, here's the thing though. Can you steno like large medical terms, like reasonably fast?
Yes, surprisingly yes, but you have to
because like I know steno is fast because like you have fast access to like the sounds that people make, so like it's real easy. But then for medical terms, that gets real fucky real fast.
Oh yeah, well, I mean if you didn't program it into the steno, you're in trouble, right? Because if you have to type like into susception, it's
there we go.
Yeah, just might as well just get another keyboard out and take your TKL and type it and then put it back away. Yeah, so I don't use either of those anymore. That was my first and only second. I made an ortho personally for one of my group buys, but I don't use the ortho. I know some people wanted it, which is why I made it, but I can't use ortho.
Well, do you hi Tanghus? Do you like
someone
Alice?
who's a medical
style?
Yeah. I mean, I remember when
I know the Sneakbox Alice was like quite large.
Yeah,
but like I presume you like the layout.
Oh yeah, I'm a degenerate Alice user. I will be
me too.
shameless.
Fuck yeah.
Like the moment
I would love it if it had arrows, but like Alice is fucking great.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Well, that's the board that I made was an Alice with arrows essentially. That's why I did what I did. But remember when Yuxi's TGR Alice came out? Man, that thing was such a big deal, but it was beautiful. I mean, it's
gorgeous. It was like it's the nicest fucking keyboard I've probably ever had in my life, and I had a nice wrist rest for it too. That was custom made by Eric, Keyboard Treehouse. Eric, his very first like actual group buy was like custom wrist rests. They got one in like some sort of like red type wood, like a gum wood or something that matched the 188C of the Burgundy Alice just perfect.
Oh yeah, so I started collecting Alices after that point. Kind of once I hit that, it was impossible to get a TGR Alice. I wasn't really in the know about that until later, and then the prices of those went up crazy, right?
At that point they would have been like $3,500 or something stupid. Right.
So I made my own.
Hell yeah.
Because Yuxi released all the board files, and that was my foray into learning CAD, learning circuitry. I mean, I pretty much I guess if you were to describe me, I'm a physician who stayed at a Holiday Inn Express and came out with a keyboard shop, learned how to do his own circuitry, learned how to do CAD. I also used to do a lot of like Photoshop and Illustrator way back in college, so I knew how to do vector.
So
I still
graphic
do.
design is your passion.
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
my passion. Yes, Photoshop is my passion. Exactly.
I'll be honest. When first of all, hi Tanghus. I have a question for you. I have a question for Muji about Tanghus. But before I get there, when we had Patty on many episodes ago, Patty was saying, "Oh my God, you gotta have Muji on. Muji is the most interesting man in the world. He has so many hobbies. He knows how to do so many things, so many different sets of skills." And I'm like, okay, I believe you, Patty, because Patty's a good dude. But listening to Muji,
I'm pretty shocked.
Okay. I just became a doctor, and then I learned how to do circuitry, and then I eventually learned how to do this, do that, do this, do that. It's so amazing, and honestly,
you're immensely talented for doing what you do.
yeah, he's
like
one of the
being able
good
to
guys.
like do it all, being able to do it all, and still being like tip top. Oof. Very few people can do that.
I just do what I want, man.
Well, yeah, you're nailing it. Fuck yeah.
Tanghus has something weird on his left butt cheek. Tanghus, can you show Muji?
I would have a rise, but man, I'm dead.
How you doing, man? How's it been? What have you been up to, Tanghus?
Miserably.
Oh no.
Are you
What
okay?
Just the flu for the past week-ish. I think this is the first day I'm able to walk around without being short of breath.
Oh no.
And I just came back from grocery shopping because that's apparently a thing that you run out of when you're ill.
Oh no. The wife is there with you, or are you still alone without the wife?
See, the great thing about having a partner that's ill is eventually that will hit you. So she's now ill.
Oh no.
Oh man.
It's just like a never-ending cycle.
Since this video is literally coming out like today or tomorrow, guys, get your flu shots, please. Like it's the season, right? So like start getting your flu shots like now. If you've got like an hour free on some random fucking day, go get a fucking flu shot. It'll be great. I get flu shots. Sick people cough all over my eyeballs, and I'm just like, oh wow.
That's the fun thing. I
gross.
got mine, but that was last year. So it's like right at the end of the expiry date. It's just like,
oh shit. Feels
no.
bad.
Well, yeah.
I got mine in January.
Mine was in December.
Yeah, the problem is that's for the last year's strain, right? Because flu travels to the northern hemisphere, then goes to the southern hemisphere, and then they make the vaccine based on the season of the winter season of the other hemisphere, and then they make a new one for the next for the opposite hemisphere right after that.
So basically, we get it like at the end of summer is like when we get like the new.
Yeah, that's as I understand. Yeah,
the Chinese group by.
They're in the same hemisphere as us.
Oh man. Well, if you go to a Hy-Vee, not only will you get 20 cents on your fuel saver if you get a flu shot, if you use the coupon code Good Keyboard Friends, you get a free gallon of milk. So go to your local Hy-Vee and tell them Good Keyboard Friends sent you here after you get your flu shot.
And
please
free
don't.
shot.
We're gonna get in so much trouble. I don't want to get banned from Hy-Vee. That's the only supermarket I go to.
That was not a literal coupon code for those of you that don't know, but yeah.
I mean, you guys don't have Hy-Vee in Texas. You just the image of Texas in my brain is just Buc-ee's everywhere. Everything is just Buc-ee's. That's all. That's it. That's how I imagine Texas.
Yeah, there's only 3 Buc-ee's in the DFW Metroplex, but we're full of HEBs and Tom Thumbs and Albertsons.
Yeah, okay, HEBs.
Tom Thumb.
But like as a European, that is essentially also what I see about Texas, just like Buc-ee's. And I know the day I go to Texas, the first time I was just like, I want to go to Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
I want to fondle
those
those
Buc-ee's. Then you go get some good barbecue. At the very least.
That's what we do here. This is what we do.
That and all the technology and science shit going on in DFE.
Is that the best barbecue in your opinion?
No, I don't know. The way I feel like barbecue is each one does something very well, but like one that does more than one meat exceptionally well is usually a very good place. But Hutchins does good brisket. There are some other ones that do better beef ribs, others that do better sausage. So if I have a craving for one or the other, I just go to whichever I want to. Also, the ones that's least busy.
Yeah,
I hate waiting.
I mean that. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, if it's the best place on the planet, I'm not gonna fucking wait in line for 8 hours.
Right.
I don't care. I'd rather like go to a place that's not as good and just be in and out in 5 minutes.
Right.
This my last food question before I ask my last. Well, no, I have a food question before I ask my last keyboard question. But you know the famous barbecue place? I know you don't live in Austin, but the one in Austin, the famous one.
Franklin's?
What's the Franklin's?
Yeah.
So there's people that arrive at like 2 a.m. and set camp until they open. I don't know when they open, like 11 a.m. I also agree with you two that I don't want to do that. Even if it's the best, like I don't want to wait in line for 9 hours just to get barbecue, even if it's the best, man. But yeah, there's so many good places in Texas too. So you're kind of missing out if all you go to is Franklin's. I'm sure they're good, but yeah.
I mean, that's the way with a lot of things, but especially with barbecue, just because it's talked about doesn't mean it's the only one that's good. Because I mean, like the whole Texas Monthly, like top 50 barbecue places was like, if you're lucky to be on it, right? And as I understand, if once you're on it, then you're set for a very long time in your business's lifetime. But there's tons of places that are not on that list that are really good.
Yeah, of course. You can have smaller places like mom and pop places that are like real fucking good.
I think it's also great, like the spiritual journey of just settling on mediocrity. I mean, there's something like beautiful just about going for, say,
Tanghus the type of motherfucker that would go to a barbecue place and get a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Fucking guarantee.
That reminds me.
I am a tourist. I am allowed to do it.
I know you're allowed to, but you're absolutely the kind of person that would. Like, no, and we'd stop you. We'd just be like, no, you don't get a Philly cheesesteak sandwich. You get the fucking brisket. We're going to handcuff you to the table until you finish it.
It's just like, as soon as the waiter goes, how about you? The whole table just goes like...
What are you saying, Muji? What
I'd say that Tanghus just reminded me. The first time I heard about any of this was a month ago when Hubert reached out. But at that time, it was on a Sunday at noon. I was on my way to meet one of my friends from the Texas keyboard Discord, and I was headed to Golden Corral.
Fuck yeah!
But talk about a fever dream, dude. I was driving, and then I got a Discord message from Hubert, and I was driving, and I looked at it and like, what podcast? I've never been asked for one of these things before. What the heck? Like, I'm headed to Golden Corral, dude. I'm ready to get my hunger on. Let's go. It's Sunday, right? It's like I was like the best time to go is probably right after people get out of church. The food just keeps turning over, and boy, it was. I haven't been for a long time. For anybody who's not familiar with Golden Corral, it's like a relic of the 1990s. It's a buffet. Yeah. It's got all these things. It's got steak in it. It's got all sorts of different food. The fried chicken was actually really good. And maybe this is sacrilege for saying anything positive about Golden Corral in the year of our Lord 2025. But like,
I mean, I'm sure that like any other like franchise or like restaurant, like based on like the local staff there, they'll probably nail a couple of things way better than everybody else. And like, if you're used to it, you'll be able to taste the difference when like they change staff. You're just like, ooh, that's not right.
Yeah, I think it's your mileage may vary depending on which one you go, what day you go, what time you go. I actually was there once before, literally 2 days prior. So I went to Golden Corral twice in a week. And that time, like the dessert bar just got picked over. I didn't even touch it. But when I went back, it was good. It was good. I'm gonna get flamed on internet for this.
No. You have the strategy Sunday after
I should
church,
be taking notes here.
Yeah. Hey, for the listeners and watchers out there, if you go to a Golden Corral and you tell your waiter or waitress, I have a coupon code, Good Keyboard Friends Podcast, you get $5 off your buffet order.
This is true. This is factual information and legal advice at the same time, okay? And financial advice.
and medical advice. And medical advice.
It's most definitely medical advice. I can say that because he's a doctor.
Eat within moderation.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. So my
The
keyboard
same
question.
coupon is also valid for 5% off the bail ticket when they come and take you away.
We will not bail. We will not pay for your bail. Yeah. We're not set up yet for dealing with
Soon
that.
though.
Soon.
Better call
Muji.
Paul.
Yeah, better call Paul. So better call Saul. This is a segue for BAE because, so for those of you that don't know, Muji many months ago ran SP BAEs, big ass enters of many different colors. I only have
That's such nice packaging.
dude.
Yeah.
The blister
Dude, what the
packs?
fuck? I would have just put them in like a little Ziploc bag, like a weed bag, and shipped them out to people.
That's
Well,
not
you
fun,
also
man. That's
fucking
not fun.
kick-ass.
You got it. Yeah, so I did all that in Illustrator and just put it on there because like, man, it looks cool. Like it kind of looks like a trading card, you know? It's got stats on the back.
Oh, that's not the issue. It's the clamshell packaging that, like, how the fuck did you swing that?
I just talked to a Chinese manufacturer and just said, here's a card. Here's a card dimension. Here's the big ass enter dimension. Just make the packaging. It took time. Like a lot of stuff takes time, especially for just one person to coordinate. But I got it done. Like, I mean, that's kind of why my whole Lil BAE project took so long. Was I had to do it all on my own. So
Okay.
Imagine being like, you're sitting as a drone at your day job at a Chinese packaging manufacturer, and this Texas man comes up and he's like, I need some figure some keycaps. And the guy goes like, what?
Yeah. I need clamshell for this.
oh yeah.
And yeah, so I bought a bunch of them. I bought a bunch of different colors. And do you know what else he sold? Hy-Vee and Golden Corral got me, guys. So no, in addition to the BAEs, all the 10Us that you can even
are those all
think of.
10s?
These are all 10Us. I bought every single fucking color. I bought multiples of
Okay, but
some
there's
colors.
like 20 in your hand. You're not going to build 20 keyboards with 10 U's. Well, you got a problem.
So smart man in not very smart. I was like, I'm gonna get a 10U of every single color of keycap that I own, and I'm gonna match it with every single BAE, and I'm gonna get like an XT column and macro. Like, let alone it didn't register in my mind that I'm mixing DCS with GMK and stuff like that. But I had a little problem when the 10Us and the BAEs were on sale. When Muji put them on sale, because I could not control myself. And then he came out with GMK BAEs. Oh my god! But
You know, I could go for some GMK base.
so good.
Yeah.
But my question is, and the segue, you love making these projects, but you also love, helping out people like Patty with the Alicia and things like that. Tell us the origins or the story behind Lil BAE, because I didn't know about Lil BAE until I bought James's Jebaited.
Yeah.
And
I think that's kind of an interesting story that's really indicative of what I feel how fragmented the keyboard hobby is nowadays. But so I started Lil BAE as an April Fool's joke now 3 years ago, posted on Reddit and got quite a bit of traction. The Lil BAEs that you see on the picture on Reddit are actually real. One of which I Cerakoted on my own because I really wanted like a Tiffany blue, and I'm just around now to possibly try to get to that point. But during that time, as you guys might recall, Reddit had all kinds of commotion and friction about people abruptly exiting the hobby with people's money. And they went through the whole like MK Trust initiative.
God, that feels like yesterday.
I mean, it's still going on, right? But I feel like it's kind of fizzling out in a large part. But back then, it didn't really feel very safe to post on Reddit. And it was around the time where I decided I really wasn't going to be an active Redditor as much anymore. I used to get a lot of my traffic from there.
I also backed out of Reddit like around the same time.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of people did. Like,
I mean,
2022 is like where like I really started backing up because like I had my like r/custom keyboards like subreddit that like I initially made thinking there'd be like 5,000 members. I don't even know how many there are. There's probably 100,000 or something right now. I don't even touch it. I don't even touch Reddit at all anymore. Like, it's just, I don't know how they shot themselves in the foot so hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was partly because of the backlash from failed projects and stolen money, right? But after that point, like, trust was very low. And then if you came on as a vendor into Reddit and said anything, you're just going to get flamed. And it just really wasn't. It didn't really feel like a very conducive or warm place as a vendor. And I'm like, I mean, I'm doing this business as a hobby, man. I'm not here to try to make gazillions of dollars. It's not really the reason I'm in the hobby in the first place. I'm just here to have fun. And it definitely was not fun posting on Reddit after that point. But in any case, I took my projects. I just kind of crawled back into my own little hole in my Discord and just started going there. Kept it real small. I kind of thought about how I wanted to run my business at that point, and I just figured, look, it's a lot easier for me to run with like low margins, but also low quantities, just so I have so many ideas. I just want to get through them all. And that's where Lil BAE was going. In the meantime, I think I had started announcing it again. I started getting into Instagram a little bit, but I don't have a lot of followers. And then I noticed on Instagram.
I don't believe you. Dude's probably got like 20,000 or something.
Oh man, I like about 2,000 or something like that.
He bought and paid for all of those. Don't shame.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing too. Is, I mean, for me, because like at the time, I had left my previous practice around COVID, and I had a lot more mobility. I was able to work remotely a lot, and I'm fine. I'm making a living. I don't, the keyboard thing is literally, the business is literally the hobby. And so I'm like, look, if I'm able to finance all this, just pay for it up front. And that was kind of the same congruent with the way that, if people don't like group buys, then I'm just going to sell it in stock. I mean, I think you've seen that motion kind of evolve over the past 2 or 3 years now, right? There's a lot more in stock stuff. You're not going to get scammed because it's there to sell. You want to buy it.
But there's still plenty of group buys going on, like smaller scale projects, like more community stuff. Like, I'm running a group buy real soon because, like, why not? Like, it makes sense,
Yeah, right.
But
exactly.
like, if you got a store and you're trying to, like, have inventory like on the shop of, here are the keyboards that we have, at that point, you go in stock. But if it's like a one-off, like little run, something fun, you group buy.
Right. And I guess like the strength of my convictions about what I want to do was such that, man, I didn't need anyone to tell me what I wanted to do, what to do. I just want to make it, right? So why not just bankroll it and make it reality? And that's kind of the energy that I've been following with for the past 3 years. But I know that, like, when I was on Instagram, I think is the first time I saw Jabated, James doing Jabated. And I'm like, oh, that's a little bit, wait, what is that? And so I reached out to him and I'm like, man, like, you're running this, I'm running Lil BAE. I mean, like, yeah, it sucks, it's kind of overlapping. But in the end, it's fine, right? But I wanted to roast him because I'm like, man, James, you're a good keyboard friend. What are you doing running things in the middle of my project? But in reality, everybody's
what's with people named James, like, taking other people's one key macro pads and just making versions of them.
ISOTR, yeah.
What is this? Just a James thing?
James, shame on you, James.
I'm just joking. I mean, but so actually, it wasn't the first time that I felt like I've been a little bit scooped. And I'm not trying to equate myself with like a bigger company by any means, but when I made, I'll take it. So I made Ava way back when, I think like 2021, 2022. This was a unlimited unit group buy at the time, and I was running the entire thing on my own.
Oh my god!
And the whole reason for it was I wanted an Alice that was symmetrical, but I wanted arrows because I do a lot of Excel spreadsheet entries, and I need arrows as a primary layer. And so I made this. I still use it today. It's my daily driver. I've loved it since. It's hard for me to even think of a successor or an alternative because I don't really know what I wanted to improve on it. But
and if I remember correctly, like, it was like it was a very affordable board. This was when like Alice clones were like $450 to $600.
That's right. Yeah, I made a something called an MGA, which is a Metal Gear Alice, but that one, the goal was to try to hit like a middle price point. So I hit like maybe about 200 for the case plus like 50 for the circuit board. And the goal was just to get people in because, you know, who can buy a TGR? Who could find a TGR? I even made like wrist rests for it, which were a different profile, but it was based on what I felt was comfortable for my own typing experience. People didn't like it, but I like it still. And so don't let people dash your dreams. That's today's lesson.
Don't let your memes be dreams, lads. All right, and you know, don't let people's judgments be fudgements.
But like, I think to kind of continue the story and finish, so Lil BAE was very long, partially because I was waiting for a time where it seemed like I could finance Lil BAE with all the components. Like my goal was I wanted something to be sold with a keycap with as much included in it as possible because, you know, that, I mean, big ass enters back 2 years ago didn't exist, right? There was like I forget, there was like maybe a couple, or you could harvest one from an old board. And when I first reached out to Signature Plastics about them, they were like, oh, we don't have like ANSI stemmed big ass enters. And then a year later, they're like, oh, actually we do. I'm like, what do you mean you don't? You didn't? I mean, like, what is this? So, and that's kind of when things started picking up in earnest. Was about a year and a half ago, and then I just shot off all the colors because, man, I want people to have options. Like my philosophy is, I miss you guys. Do you guys know what Fry's Electronics is?
Yes.
Yeah.
I miss that place so much. I mean, it's like. You have to, as like some sort of tinkerer or hobbyist, you've got to you have to have a place where you can get components because you don't want the whole thing. You want just some things. I've like really taken that to heart. I really believe that the stuff in the hobby and innovation is limited in a good way because of available parts. One of which is keycaps. Right. And so, not only colors, because I mean everybody's kind of a color nerd in the hobby, and that's great. But beyond that, like shapes of keycaps, and Big Ass Enter was one of those things where, in truth, Simen, I mean, the reason I made Lil BAE was actually as a successor, in my spiritual successor to this,
to the ISO.
Exactly. Salute. Right.
Wait, where's my ISO? Uh-oh.
Me no have, Tanghus. Me no have.
It's the joy of being a plebeian.
But it just takes a lot of time. I mean, like to be one person to do it. I did have, boy, that's another story for another day. But I hired my best friend, guy that I've known since like nursery. He was in between jobs, and I'm just like, dude, you want to work for me? I've got like 800 to 900 AVA units to ship, and I need help because this is going to take me forever, and people are not going to be happy. So I hired him. Man, we had a hell of a lot of fun for 2 years. It was amazing. It was difficult being his boss. It really was. But partly because I just couldn't, I felt like I couldn't make enough money to pay him more than what I wanted to. And he was like, it was just me and him, but we were dreaming of all sorts of crazy stuff. We were thinking about doing all these weird YouTube skits. And I mean, that's the reason I got all this microphone stuff, was for that. That never really kind of panned out, but we're still thinking about it. He's gone back to Houston to kind of level up his career. There really wasn't much for him to do here, and the keyboard space was stagnating the last year and a half. So I finished Lil BAE kind of on my own, and it just took time. In the meantime, like James pretty much just started and distributed, debated in between all of that. But it ended up being okay because, in truth, I mean, you know, the hobby's big enough to where that stuff can happen. But like,
and I think they're different enough products.
Different enough.
Like, sure, they're the same layout, but if that's your logic, how many TKLs are running right now? How many 40% are running right now? So like layout doesn't mean shit. Even if it's just one key, it doesn't matter. You can do one key in a lot of different ways.
Exactly. So, and that was kind of the same thing I ran into with Ava. So during the time that Ava was being produced and shipped to me, I think Cordy Keys they made Spring or Owl Labs
Yeah.
made Spring, which pretty much was the same, but the arrows were not exploded. They were integrated right next to
And also it was like an absurdly low price. It was like $149 or something.
I mean, like at that point, I'm just like, damn, how the heck can I even compete with this? This is crazy.
Well, you're not meant to.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, but
basically
sometimes
that
to a degree,
now is like the benchmark affordable thing. So now like you gotta at least like do something unique and also semi-affordable, or like you gotta really build on it so you can earn that higher price essentially. But you know, it's out of your hands now. Like it hurts real hard to get China'd, but like eventually like every part of the hobby is gonna get China'd. So like we got to be the people that do the innovation that, you know, move the hobby forward. Otherwise, like, not much is going to happen.
That's right. Yeah.
I can't
feel the
wait
same
for
way.
the Chinese version of this podcast.
Bro, I'm pulling it up on Bilibili right now. I guarantee you it exists. I
We are getting China'd.
guarantee you, like we've gotten China like within the last few weeks.
There's like the super loud one that nobody likes.
I
There's the one
I found my reviews on Bilibili and some of my live streams, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
I do want to say something though, Muji, and I'm not saying this just because you're on the podcast. I've spoken with. I'm not going to name names, obviously, because I don't want to start drama or anything.
His name is
But
Jeff.
Oh God.
We've had people, we've had designers on the podcast, and I've talked to different designers as well that have gotten a lot of flack from other designers thinking that they stole their design or design language, to the point where, you know, it's very toxic. And you didn't do that with James. Obviously, I'm sure it. You know, oh shoot, similar projects. He released his before I was able to release mine, but it's not like you went on some tirade against him or like a crusader, like, hey, everybody in the Sneakbox Discord, go hate on the Jebaited, because that has happened
No,
to someone that I talked about.
There is a line, and like that line, like in everybody's head can be like vague, but like we all kind of know the difference between this is stolen and, you know, this shares design elements. You know, it's possible that, you know, the same design elements were thought of completely independently. It happens all the fucking time. But like sometimes though it gets real fucking blurry. So 2018, I was trying to advocate for FRL layout, FRL TKL. This was before anybody had fucking done FRL TKL. And I had posted some like very, very shitty Fusion screenshots in the main keys Discord. And not much came of it project-wise. And like my plan was to just like hold off, and if by 2022 there wasn't an affordable FRL, I would make one. But like FRLs exploded in 2018, if I'm not mistaken, like right when I had shown that original thing, somebody named Simen, Simen, from Triangle Labs, posts an FRL, different design wise, because like my FRL mockup was real simple, just like Korean like proportions. Posts an FRL and then sells it. Now, does that cross the line?
Yeah,
I don't know, because like it's all theoretically possible, but like it lines up way too good. Like I'm not kidding. I'll find it right now.
All this to say, Muji,
Yeah,
we're so thankful of you being, you know, so level-headed and taking it all in stride. That's why we love you, man.
Well, let me just say, I think where my mind is coming from on this, and I think having been, it's not really scooped, but I'm just going to say that because I don't really know how else to say it. But to be scooped by the Spring when it came out really taught me that, and I think there was some sort of YouTube video that was talking about the same thing. China doesn't share the same sanctity of intellectual property rights as we do, and frankly, yes, you know, we can be we should be honorable with all the other developers. We are a community. We are, we help each other. That's the whole point of the community to begin with. But China doesn't care. They're really here to sell units, and whatever sells is going to go. They have their own community, and it's somewhat disconnected from ours. Look, it could happen. It can happen. Your project could be, you could have a great idea, and it could be taken, and it could just be completely copied. I mean, look at Callum. That was its own drama. I don't really know what happened to them, but I remember when they came out, there was a huge hullabaloo about, like, I mean, they were literally copying key cult stuff, and I mean, there's, so you can rage on people, but in truth, everybody has a right. It's a free market. It's a free market. But everybody has a right to make stuff, and I understand that James has his own idea. It is slightly different, but a good idea is a dime a dozen, right? It's the thing that's different is about the execution. And with him putting out Jebaited, it really nailed down, like, how am I really different from him? How is Lil BAE really different from him? And so I leaned very hard on making sure I got the big ass inner keys released, and making sure that I could put as much value in there as I could for being as small as I am.
Kalam got Kalam'd as well, right? Somebody's cloning Kalam.
Oh,
Kalamception or something?
wow.
Yeah. Do you guys remember Tanghus and Simen? Somebody submitted on a IC group I reviewed that Kalam was complaining that someone Kalam'd him.
Wasn't it
I
a
found
case
it,
of
guys.
them even
I found
like
it.
Is it Kalam? Is it Callum? What is it?
Callum or Callum?
I don't know. I'm just it's just force of habit to
Found
say
it.
it that way.
I found Simen and his FRL. This has
Show
been
us the
updated because like he's changed the text. This used to say, "Hi, this is Simen," spelled this way, from Triangle Labs, because they had, like, all of this is updated. So, like, they went back and, like, actually, like, edited this. Yep. So edited in October of 2018, and it was done in August of 2018.
That's
But yeah,
hilarious.
they had Triangle projects, and this was the FRL. This was the very first FRL project to, like, ever come out.
they found out there was another Triangle Simen and found out, like, nah, we don't want to be associated with him.
I can't tell you how grateful I am after speaking with the designers that got verbally abused by other designers saying, "You stole my shit, I'm going to cancel you," stuff like that. Again, I'm not going to name names. Don't want to start the drama, but it was upsetting to me to hear that. Like, I was starting to get a little pissed off, and usually I'm the guy that's super positive. So thank you, man. Thank you for being, such a good dude. And I'm not only saying this because you're on the podcast. I'm just, this is my actual thoughts. So Muji is awesome. Muji is awesome.
I did go
You
through
gotta
the
tell
5
us-
stages of grief. I mean, quickly. Everybody has to go through the 5 stages of grief. You know what I mean? So, but the reality is you eventually have to wake up and see the reality, which is, I mean, there is a large country overseas that doesn't care about your ownership of your own intellectual property, and in truth, you better just run real fast because they gonna catch up. And it's challenging. It's very challenging, especially for people who have a very small outfit or just a designer. I mean, you're running against a company who's got multiple people that have a factory, that have, like, a designer, that have a promotionist. They have people that make I have to make packaging. Like, I have to design packaging for stuff. I mean, it's everything. Because
honestly, like, all of this, I don't think it's a detriment to the hobby as a whole, though. Like, it hurts, it hurts people that, it hurts people that can't think out of the box, basically. But, like, nowadays you can get really, really fucking nice boards for $200. Like, insane, like 3.4 kilo, multiple copper and steel weights, PVD, flawless anodization, all fits together. PCB runs great, no fucking problems for $200. That's insane.
Yeah. My argument would be that, you get great boards, no question about that, for a good value, but I really do feel like it stifles innovation. And I really feel personally that was one of the strengths of the hobby when it first started, was like around that TGR Alice time. I mean, you were seeing really new morphologies of boards, and that's where I felt like the excitement was. I feel like that excitement is tempered now. It's not as strong, because if people are selling a huge package of things that have like perfect finishes for half the price that I could, what customer who doesn't know me very well is going to go buy a product of mine and go to theirs?
I don't think it stifles innovation. I think it goes the other way, because like, think about it, like what China does when they succeed is they check off every box. But our job should be to create new boxes. China's not going to create new boxes. We can create new boxes.
Right.
And like, sure, they'll catch up eventually. And like, I think it's good that like we have the capability to like go out and just buy a really good TKL or a really good 65 or a really good Alice board like right now for like dirt cheap and like what we would like normally compare to. But what I'm more interested in, like for myself, is like wild projects. Give me that tenting, go southpaw, make it bigger. Let's work on like mechanisms where like the board opens and closes. Let's think outside the box.
Right.
That's the kind of shit that I'd be interested in buying. I'm not interested in going and buying a $200 Alice that, is practically like gorgeous and, cheap. It's perfect. There's no reason anybody would want anything more.
Right.
Until you create something more.
Well, I think certain things, though, there is a barrier. Things that require high capital cost, injection molding. I mean, for instance, I just posted this on Reddit. I mean, this kind of dates the podcast, but I just posted this on Reddit last week, and I got a lot of backlash. But my goal here is to try to create injection molding for 15U space bars and all sorts of very bizarre keys. So like a tab lock. Got these like R1 profile like POS keys. You got this big old chunk or 15U, because
I
stuff
literally
like that,
saw a picture of that on Wednesday.
What is that?
Yeah.
It was in the show keyboard channel on my Discord.
Yeah.
I don't know if you posted it or like somebody like posted it at like
yeah.
oh,
I just
somebody
posted
like
on Reddit.
posted it because like it was like, or maybe it was one of the Reddit links. Then that means I probably saw it like Saturday.
Yeah, I posted it last Sunday, I think.
What was it called, Muji?
I just said the post was 40% everything. So the idea here is to
found
get,
it. Yep. Okay. Yep. I literally saw this yesterday and had forgotten that I had seen it yesterday.
And I mean, the funny thing about it, the funny thing about this is like those posts are like, this is AI. Like, I don't believe that this is real. And I'm like, but this is like the energy that I want to bring back to the keyboard space, is like, I want there to be just the weirdest stuff. But some things like that, the molds for injection molding are like $3,000, $4,000. I mean, not everyone can just do this and throw money at it. But as a company with business expense, tax deduction, stuff like that, I have some power to be able to do it. I know that a lot of colleagues and people, even in China, if they don't see a market for it, they won't make it. And I'm not here for that. I'm here to continue to keep expanding the space, and this is where I feel like I contribute. Yes, I understand that this could ruin and corrupt the sanctity of to the TKL community forever. But I mean, I'm here for all the zany stuff. I have a lot of alignment with the 40% keyboard community. And yeah, I just like making weird stuff like this thing, I mean, why not? Why not make this? It's fun. It's different. Like, there's nothing sacred about circuitry. Just do it. As long as I know EE people are going to come here and just crucify me, but I mean, as long as you're not getting as long as you're not getting electrocuted, you're not causing a fire, and you're not doing something seriously wrong, and the FCC isn't going to come and like SWAT your house, then hey, look, it's fine. But
do you want to make a nice knob together?
Don't anger the pixies when you can do electronics.
I've like had Project Knob on the back burner for like 3 to 4 years. I want to use an actual Alps potentiometer, and I've already got like a preliminary like design of how it would look. The most difficult part would probably be like firmware.
Yeah, but I don't know. QMK would not be the right thing for that.
I mean, I'm sure like either Gondo or Sip would find it interesting enough to just like YOLO it, but that's something I've been wanting to do for a while. Is like nice potentiometer knob, because like all the knobs that we get, like even like the nicest knobs are like, it's fine, but it's just give me that resistance. Give me a motorized knob. Give me that sweet Alps goodness.
Yeah, I think I was one of my development projects was actually to create a rotary knob as well, but mine I'm still in development because I'm going through some very interesting technical challenges. But mine is supposed to look like a halo, where the center is empty.
Oh,
It's called Tori, which kind of is like derived of torus, like a donut shape. But I wish I had it on my desk, otherwise I'd show you. But yeah,
Yeah, it's just the hollow knob, basically.
it's a hollow center. Yeah, I thought that was
Yeah.
a really cool design. But actually, I remember you talking about this, Simen, way back with Gondo. I think probably on the same video that you reviewed my Ava keyboard. In fact, you said
Probably.
exactly this. Yeah, so I remember it's been do it,
Just do it.
I mean,
just do it.
like soon. A lot of things are going on. Like I literally just like uprooted my life and like moved continents, and now I'm in the process of like trying to like get my keyboard business operational. Like I don't want to do a keyboard business, but like I want to like be able to like vendor things for, small like niche projects that aren't going to have any representation here in North America. And like I'll do it for free. I don't mind.
That's
So
actually
I'm working on getting all that set up first. Then like
awesome.
I'll have a couple of Illuminati projects hopefully. After we do the CCRX SE, CCRSEX. Check it out in the Discord, by the way. There will be you'll know if you're interested or not. Do you like cross arrows and true HHKB? Do you like win keyless and 8K? Do you like dual solenoids? Do you like electrocapacitive? Do you like the CCRX, but you wish it was special?
Then buy keycaps from Sneakbox.
Double yes for the solenoids. Oh, let me ask you guys a question, because this is something that I'm very curious about. I am also a degenerate clicky user, but what do you guys think about clicky switches or solenoids in general? I know in the last 3 years, I mean, every switch you hear about most likely is going to be a linear. It's about Thoc. It's I mean, come on, look.
I mean,
come on,
Thoc is mid.
come on, man. I just.
Whoa!
But-
did you just steal my colorway, bro? Graphic design is also my passion.
That's right. Well, I make t-shirts as a hobby as well. So,
Oh man,
it's that supreme format, right? But yeah, what do you guys think about clicky switches? I mean, level with me. What do you guys think?
I think we've got good switches, dude. I think that like, I don't think we're struggling for clickies.
Mhm.
There's been damn good clickies. Unironically, like the Zeal like Alp style clickies were really fucking good. They're just like absurdly expensive. I've only tried one switch, and I think I tried in a build once, and that was great. But like, you have options. The Alps exist, solenoids exist. You can buy a Model M for fucking $50 if you know where you're looking, or an AT101 for like nothing. Like if you find a clean one. So like I
buckling springs.
I think, yeah, sure. There's like lots of like, ooh, check out this new looped linear and this overpriced fucking Hall effect bullshit from Gateron. Sorry, that's still fresh in my mind. But like, there's still good stuff. Like it'd be nice. Like I don't think we're gonna see like a revolution in terms of like a massive change to like how like MX housing style like clickies will work, because we got box switches, and like for like real thick clicks, that's your go-to. Even box whites are decent for like a nice like speedy click. But like standard MX form factor like click leaf, I mean, I still fuck with Aristotles. Like I'll do some Gatistotles or some Vincheristotles if like I get my hands on some nice Stottles or Stottle stems where I can cherry pick them. I'm down a clown. I think we have the tools. We're not struggling. Like the people that want clickies, and there's even like nice keyboards that are like not very expensive, where like you can throw clickies in there and it'll sound fucking dope.
You remember back on Reddit? I mean, I know Reddit's not the end all and be all of everything, but the argument at the beginning was, well, if they're clicky, then your neighbor is going to hear you and it's going to bother them. So in an office setting, so there was that kind of like meta that was developed against the clicky community.
I mean, yeah, clickies are for your own enjoyment. I took my
Exactly,
Model
yeah.
M to work, and I was sent home. I kid you not. I think it was like a holiday or it was my birthday or something. But like I annoyed everyone. My boss came over, was like, you know what? You can go home. I was like, okay. He didn't say anything about the board, but I knew not to like bring the board back.
It's the sound of productivity.
I don't know if this was like after my solenoid was installed in my SSK. It may have been. And I type pretty heavy.
See, clickies are fine. I think like pretty much everything out right now is clicky in some way or another. I mean,
You know what we need? We need clicky. Oh god. Okay, fuck it. We're doing crimes. We need clicky electrocapacitive. I'm just saying it now.
I'm down with that.
I mean, you already
Like-
got that. You got both beam springs and you got IBM Model Fs.
Buckling springs.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's buckling spring, not buckling dome. I want a clicky dome. So it would need the dome part and a click structure. Because like you've already got the upper housing of EC that like is the stem, right? Could you integrate a click leaf or a click bar into that? Like theoretically, you have the space. Clicky Topra could be real while keeping like original Topra domes and springs, right? It would just change the arms. Crimes.
I'm sending that idea to China right now. So
No, god damn it.
I
Send
don't know.
it
That
to-
sounds good.
Send it to fuck. Who are those guys? Clever
Yeah.
that have been
Oh.
doing all the recent EC shit. Like if they want to run with the idea, sure. Like I don't own the idea.
We should have him
I
on.
know it's crimes.
Hello, Clever. I would like some snappy topers, you know. Snappy topers.
I mean, like think of like how easy it would be, like relatively, to add a click bar to like a pre-existing. Like it wouldn't be hard to add a click bar in there.
I mean, you would just need something like an ASA mechanism, I guess. Like
But a click bar is so simple.
Yeah, but
It's
like
just a
that
little spring that fits in a little channel, and you press
Yeah.
it, and it goes boing,
spring.
and that's it. That's all you need. Give me that with EC. I'd pay money for
Hey.
that. Pay money
Let's
for
do
that.
it. Let's do it. Let's get Clever on the podcast, and then let's ask him. But
I mean, alternatively, like if between us recording this podcast and us making this an actual thing, no, you're not allowed to copy it.
no, yeah.
If
Hello,
we do
Billy
it for
Billy.
real,
Do not
if we
copy.
do it for real, and like we actually like get the right people on board and make this happen, then no, don't fucking steal our
Yeah,
idea. Okay, we're gonna do it in such a way that'll be like very fair.
I'll give my take on the clicky thing, and then I have a question for the three of you. So I love clickies on brass, and I love clickies on in cases that are very boomy, like the very cheap. Shoot, I had one. Forgot the name
Wait,
of
you
it.
like clickies on brass, but brass kind of like softens up the clicks a little bit, right?
Yeah. I don't go full blown clicky as a daily, but I like a muted, a sophisticated clicky sound, because it mutes it a little bit. But I like it in boomy cases as well, like that very cheap plastic case. What's the famous NCR 80?
NCR 80?
Yep, I love clickies in that. The thing that I love, and this is where my question is for the three of you. My purchasing decisions have changed from the keyboard triangle to wanting to support projects that have a good story behind them or designers that I want to support. The keyboard triangle obviously is still important to me. I like aesthetics the most, and then sound and feel. But recently, after joining a lot of these smaller discords or just discords in general, like Rukia's Discord or Remy's Discord, James's Discord, Jom's Masterwork, Taiwanese James, Sneakbox a little bit too because of all the amazing projects. I love supporting these passion projects or these projects that are not necessarily mainstream. The Tori, it's so cool. The Lil BAEs, all these little projects with such great stories behind them, or just these meme projects. It's really been the number one purchasing decision, like the factor for me. I don't know how you three feel about it as well. all I want to do is just support these passion projects and support these designers and people that I really enjoy. Like, I don't even care if I never use it or if it's something that I don't like. If it has a really good cause behind it or a really good story or the designer is awesome, I'll buy it. Maybe I'll just give it away if I never use it. But I'm curious to think about the three of your thoughts. Just about
I've bought things not for me, but just to have.
Yeah.
And by that I mean like to have until like I see the right person and be like, here you go, you can have this, here you can have this. Of like sometimes you see those. I don't make it my whole mantra. Like I wouldn't want to add waste. If it's something like I know I'm never going to use, something that like is beyond any sort of logic, like I'll draw the line there. Like, you know, if like I've got a good friend and he's running like the weebest anime desk mat with the largest anime titties on him, I'm like, I'm not going to buy that, dude. You know, because like
can I get that?
I don't want to have that, and I don't want to be giving that away either. So like, sure. But like the nutsters, the Krellbit nut caps, like he re-released DCS versions like in the last like 2-3 years, and I was like, oh, you know, I should get like at least like 10, you know, fill up our room. I'm like, screw it, I'm buying 90. just start throwing them everywhere.
Yeah.
Why not?
Can you send each of us privately a DM where you can buy that desk mat, by the way, just after the podcast?
I think Alessio's already got it.
Imagine going to a friend store. I heard you need a desk mat. I have one for you. Just roll it out.
Yeah. I understand. I understand for sure. Yeah. If I don't know, what do you think, Tanghus, about the whole like supporting projects, even if you're not interested in it, to use?
I mean, in the past, I have bought kits for support. For example, so if it's a set I like, I'd buy the whole slew. Then I'll support that.
Yeah,
I've always bought a Nordic
kit.
One. For every kit I buy, if I buy it in group buy, I've always bought a Nordic kit, and I'm not a Nordic user, but that's a kit that always struggles. So if I buy it, at least that's one less that someone has to like.
Nordic kits are usually big.
Yep.
That's expensive, dude. I wouldn't do that. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not in the region, so like.
Exactly, that's the thing though. In the region, it always struggles because it's so big. And to be fair, Nordic kits only really work because it's catering to the richer part of Europe. But it is one of those things that it always struggles. In the past, I've done that. Doesn't make sense now, but it's benefited in the past. Did have one kit I sold off again later. Also, like my brother at one point needed a key set. I was like, here, and he needs Nordic anyway, so it got used.
Yeah.
So, like typically, if I buy something from someone, I will go all in. Or like, if it's a board, like I want the plate options to try it out anyway. I might as well buy them here in the buy. I always buy.
I mean, I used to do that, but now like, I've gotten overconfident over the years. Where now, like, I look at a picture of a board, just a picture, and I'll be like, this is gonna sound perfect with a carbon fiber plate and this exact setup, and just like have the build ready to go in my head.
See, that's the thing I always end up with. It's like, yeah, this is going to be great with MX Blacks, and I put MX Blacks in it when it's done. Just never changes.
I mean, here's the thing though. Like, I've gotten boards where like I've done that build and I'm like, that doesn't sound right, and then like tune it from there. But I don't think I've ever been like disastrously wrong where like I needed to go, no, I fucked up with the Jaguar. The Jaguar, I got it with the alu plate because the plastic plate was thicker and I didn't want that. But then the alu plate was terrible, like for like what I wanted, and then the plastic plate just made it. So many people that just absolutely hate the Jaguar came and typed on it like, this is one of the nicest builds, even though I fucking hate this board. Sound and feel. It was like such a good combo. It was a high pitch switch. It was SP Star linear grays, and it was like one of the earliest batches. Like right as they showed up on Taobao before anybody knew about them, I had picked up like enough for a build, and then threw that on a 3mm polycarb plate in the Jaguar with like how boomy, how much space there is. Wow, that thing was fantastic.
Before I get to Muji's answer, I want to bring up something that Tanghus said many episodes ago on the Gondo episode. I guess it's also you have to factor in if you can financially afford it, right? Because we're not saying buy every single kit or buy every single passion project if you can't afford it, even
Do
if
what
it's
you
your
can
friend.
within your means.
Yeah. It's very
You don't
easy
have
to
to
be.
spend money. You don't have to spend money to help people out. You can help projects out just by like talking about them, sharing them. Fucking like there's plenty of ways to help with plenty of stuff. Like everybody who's running a project very likely has like a Discord community and some sort of place you can go, like subscribe, share, fucking hang out in their communities. It helps. I tell people that all the time. I'm like, you want to help me out? Come watch my streams. You don't have to sub or anything. Join the Discord. We have a help channel. People go there for help. You can offer help. You may not know a lot, but like you could probably help somebody out with something.
What did you say, Tanghus? It's easy. It's different to be what's the word? It's not it's not omnipotent, right? You can be kind and help people out if you have the means, but it's not like it was that conversation about all people are good, but sometimes it's only you're able to do good for others if you're financially or like in the right position to do it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't remember what you said. I don't remember what he said. Tanghus said it very philosophically and very eloquently, and I can't remember what he said. Do you remember the Tanghus?
You should always help. Be kind, be cautious, be helpful, but you shouldn't overreach or overextend. It's not a case of, because in the end you're doing basically you're running a fool's errand then, because you're helping someone, but in return you are not helping yourself. So if you want to help, do what's within your power. Don't overreach. That's all pretty much there's to it, because I can't think today.
That's all right. That's all right. We appreciate that you're here. But yeah, Muji, what do you think? Because like I'm not an artisan enjoyer, and I bought this little ope thing from Deadbolt, and someone that you might know, Jason from Zep Keyboards before he stopped keyboarding, because he's also a Texas guy. And then I bought these little opes. Like I'm never going to use these ope enters, but I thought they were cool projects. But what do you think about supporting passion projects, even if you're not necessarily interested, just because it has a good story or you like the designer and stuff?
Oh man, I mean, you're opening the door about like weeb stuff too. Can I just say, like, you guys ever
it's like I got a second this figurine 20 times. I just really wanted to support the designer.
Okay, can I just make a comment here that does it seem to you guys like anime stuff, weeb stuff is like the common degenerate denominator among all hobbies, like cars with Itasha, and I don't know, like laser etched knives, and because I don't know.
I think there's just all kinds of weebs. Like I don't think like weeb is like the bottom of the degeneracy pile or like the fabric that holds it together. I just think there's weebs like all over the place.
Interesting.
Because like if that were true, like I know a lot of people that are big degenerate into so many hobbies but never touched weeb, like me.
Well, I'm a weeb, so I'm with the weeb community here. But
you can be a weeb. It's fine.
But
I don't think it's the glue.
Okay. Well, it's not glue, but it ends up being like the butt of the joke of many communities, that like someone comes in with, I don't know, like a REM themed keyboard and REM themed desk mat. I'm like, hey, it's what they like. It's fine. It's cool, right? But everybody's like, that's Gooner. Get out. Get out, Gooner.
Okay, but so in a
I love you guys.
I'm gonna turn.
Simon's a closeted weeb. Simon's a closeted weeb.
Okay. First of all, like there's a very clear definition for like who is a weeb and who is not a weeb. If you like watch some animes and like them, that doesn't make you a weeb. If you're like all about the culture and like go out of your way to like, it becomes a problem when it's a problem. Prior to that, like it's fine. Like if you watch like some fucking German movies, it doesn't mean you're the German version of weeb. So, oh god. Oh no.
I think this is a case of we need an Aruga alarm, and you just like kindly step back from going down that.
I think weeb's
Oh,
a
God.
spectrum. I think I mean, look, all
But,
full
listen.
disclosure. I mean, I used to run a anime club at my college. So at least for a year, I was a president of that for a while. So I mean, I go way back, and my heart goes out to a lot of the people who are at least on the outward side marginalized, because there's a certain amount of like a badge of pride in being that like ostracized person. These are the kind of people that I'm talking about, right? It's the people that have like all those waifu stickers on their car that drive around shamelessly. I mean, it's cool. It's what they want to do, as long as they're not bothering anybody.
It's the people that should be ostracized. It's a natural reaction,
you could be
like white
weeb
blood
in many
cells in the
ways.
human
proud.
body. You know, that's why like when you enter like a hobby, like of course there's weebs, but like the default response is weebs out because it's a protection mechanism. We're trying to protect ourselves from the disease. We understand that weebs should be out of everything. It's fine.
Imagine being a huge ass weeb. And just like
you can be a weeb, just don't bring it.
Imagine being a
like,
weeb and buying figurines.
Yes.
Oh.
See, I get that same kind of like weebs out response like, when I posted that
imagine
keyboard.
being a weeb.
Oh yeah, look at that. Heck yeah.
I'll be a weeb. It's fine. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, like when I posted the grid 650 on Reddit, there were like, I mean, it was half of you need therapy kind of answer. It's like, what is this? Kill it with fire. This is weird. This doesn't fit my worldview. I'm like, I need to open your worldview. But any case, I want to answer your question, Hubert. I think as a vendor, I have a bit of a different, well, a designer vendor. I mean, I kind of do everything, right? So I really want, if it was me personally making a keyboard or keycaps, I really want the people that want it to have it. Like my goal is to find a community in the people that actually find value in what I'm doing. And granted, I'm kind of the same way as you guys look, you know, part of the group by part of supporting others. That's where our community comes from. It's, we help each other 100%. Right. And it's like Simen said, I mean, you don't have to buy to support. You can spread the word. You can spread on Instagram. You can get the word out. I mean, that helps them a lot too. But at the end of the day, like I'm a little split. Because personally, I would love to support, and I've bought a lot of 40% boards that I don't use, like Mochi 40, Cajal, Oceanographer. But I just, you know, I'm an Alice user. I don't really use those formats as much, and they're still unbuilt after all this time. But personally,
way to go, piss off the 40s users as I piss off the
man.
weebs.
I just
look, burning all the fucking bridges this episode.
Yeah, but I love those projects. Like personally, for me, even if I don't use them, I really enjoy just seeing that level of like reductionism that comes with 40%. That I do want to support the community.
You
personally.
Call it reductionism. I call it brain rot.
Man, how little can you get away with? I love it.
I respect it. Like,
I mean, when we're just back to
there's a 40% on my desk right now. There. I mean, it might be like a 45%, but there you go.
That's 40%. Everything's a 40% board if you put your mind to it. Isn't that the meme picture?
Yeah.
It is now.
There's like the chaotic good, chaotic evil. I forget what it is.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. But in any case, like personally though, like from a personal standpoint, as a designer, as a vendor, I really want the people that buy it, I really hope actually like it, actually use it. And I think that gives me the most sense of accomplishment, is connecting with those people, right? I don't want someone just to buy it and be like, see it on Mech Market 2 weeks after they get the shipment and be like,
I mean, what's nice is now that dynamic has changed. If like we roll back to like 2019 to like 2022, that was I was afraid of that, and I had to like cherry pick my buyers for like group buys. But like now, pretty much anybody that's like, if I'm running a project now, I know pretty much everybody's going to be buying it because like they actually like care and want it. Nobody's like being like, oh, it's going to be the future of keyboards. I'm going to flip it for $25,000. Nobody thinks like that anymore. All those people fucked off. It's great. I think we're in a way better place now. Like it's a real good time to like run like real cool projects because like, you know, the people that are going to go for it or people care about it, you know?
I want to save. So this is for these origin story episodes. We get a lot into keyboards. And then when we have the guests on in the future, that's when we go crazy about
that's when we talk about
stuff.
the real
The
anime
arcade
desk
machine.
mat. No,
Yeah.
the real one. The one we won't show you. The one we can show you.
We need the money from YouTube, people. Please bear with us.
Wait, what
did
money?
I get you guys demonetized yet?
No. You need 1,000 subs
No,
to
but
even
that's
like
not what-
start.
Oh.
We got like what 325 is my guess. Let's find out.
Something like that.
HugeMeatbox.com.
420.
Speaking of, Simen, what is on HugeMeatbox.com, and how does that tie into us?
So HugeMeatbox.com is just our link tree. But if you go to HugeMeatbox.com, the very first thing there is the Google form to submit your good keyboard friend nominees. So just go to HugeMeatbox.com and you write in 3 things. You write in who you are, who you're nominating, and why you're nominating them to be a good keyboard friend. Now, Tanghus, can you tell us what makes a good keyboard friend?
A good keyboard friend is the guy who doesn't overreach, but still finds a way to help in the hobby. Might not be able to afford the 21XX, but you still tell everyone else to buy it to support the poor Swedish man. That's a good keyboard friend. A good keyboard friend is the guy that you hang out with. You might both like keyboards, you might not like keyboards. He might inadvertently be the person who introduced you to keyboards, and he doesn't even know. It could be pretty much any of us. Any of us in the room could be a good keyboard friend.
By the way, I was
50% maybe, yeah, but still.
We have 332 subs. I was off by 8. I'm sorry, guys.
Wow.
I'll be retiring now.
We're blowing up.
We're blowing up.
Imagine having a superpower and this being it.
That is literally my superpower, is I can estimate numbers really well. I don't know why.
Yeah, we like to shout out someone that's done something nice for the community or for yourself at the end of these episodes. I will read our nomination, Muji, and then I'll pass it on to you. Hopefully I don't put you on the spot. Thank you, by the way, to the people who have been repeat submitters. So just because you submit one time doesn't mean that you can't submit again, because I'm sure everybody knows many good keyboard friends. You just don't know one. So this person is someone that has submitted in the past. Our nomination for this episode for this week is from Dingo Seven, and he is nominating somebody named Lizard. I am nominating Lizard because of their inclination to help me with my development of a key set rerun, much like some other keyboard friends that I have nominated in the past. So thank you, Lizard, for helping Dingo. I'm guessing it's the DSS, the Tron keycap set that you reviewed this weekend, Simen. DSS Light Cycle Revival?
Yeah, it was
Oh.
It was one of two. It was the better of the 2 sets we looked at.
Yeah, so thank you.
A lot.
Yeah. Thank you, Dingo, for nominating Lizard. Thank you for being a good keyboard friend, Lizard. So, Muji, do you have anybody or multiple people that you want to say thanks to, whether they helped you keyboard related or just anything in general? The floor is yours.
Man, there's so many. I mean, who isn't a good keyboard friend really in my circle? I'd say first and foremost, the two people that have really been kind of the pillar for me moving forward as a company has been both my best friend, longest friend, Josh, also known as 3 Trees. He's still the mod on my Discord, but he's off doing other non-keyboard things. So he's a keyboard ally, and also my wife as well. Both of them have been very level-headed. They've helped me through I don't know how many personal little crises about X is happening, and I'm doing X too, and what do I do about this? But they've really been just instrumental, and I've had so much fun. I mean, they are the core of why it's been enjoyable doing what I've done. I would say from a more concrete standpoint for the keyboard community, Holten was for the Prime Keyboards has been the person that got me into the community to begin with, and then from there it's just really the Texas mechanical keyboards community. We've had there. It's such a vibrant community. It's so positive. He told me not to shout him out, but I will anyway. Kevin Key Circle. He has also retired. Him and Lydia, both of them. Nainai. I mean, those guys are kind of the local streamers here, but from in real personality, fantastic. I mean, Kevin just came over to the house just to hang out, and he was creating an anime kind of themed picture that he wanted to get signed for Lydia at a local convention where the voice actors all signed underneath each person's. But yeah, he did it acrylic art. It's fun. It's just all sorts of fun, different hijinks. I mean, we go out and eat. Kaptain Mike, you guys probably know him. He's been around. Yep. He's not the only person in the Tex Mechs keyboard Discord, but he is one of the people that I feel like he was the one that pulled me into Tex Mech to begin with, because the way I started with them was with the group by the TXU, but he is also very positive spirit, is keen to keep it that way, and I guess it goes with his own career as well. I mean, that's the kind of person he is. But yeah, I mean, who else? I mean, God, there's so many people. Farhan, Blindassassin, the people on my Discord. God, I mean, there are some people that have stuck with me for years. David F. Grog. I think more recently Clownfish. I mean, he's part of the QMK group, and he's like been messaging me on the side and be like, why the hell did you do this way? And I mean, any of that helps.
That's totally that's my way of like loving people in the community. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop it.
But
and like, I mean, it helps. It does. It helps people.
It helps. With as fast as QMK and VIA people changed.
Yeah. But like, if the person you're talking to is your friend and they're doing something stupid, you hop in, you're like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Stop.
Yeah, and it comes from a good place, right? I mean,
but what if I wanted that Philly sandwich?
No, you can have it. You can have it, but after you eat the brisket.
Okay.
Muji, we need to bring you back and just talk about Texas the whole fucking time, because like, the Tex Mechs community is insane, and like, I just need to know all about it. You got to come back and we just fucking talk nonstop Texas. Like, I feel
like I'm kind of an outsider. I mean, I'm not one of the founding members. There are a number of people who have been. I mean, they've set the tone. I think if I remember correctly,
we can get one of them on. We can yoink them.
Yeah,
we can just capture
get Randy,
them.
Get easy. Steve, get Dad, or Sith Lord. Those two guys are one of the.
I am one of the so guys in for a Yeehaw episode.
Yeah, or just get them all. Get us all on. Let's just do like a whole keyboard Discord multi Zoom call.
Yeah.
But it's so big. Like, it's kind of, well, that's the other thing too, is the keyboard, like the Tex Mech Discord is, I would say, larger than many other Discords where it's like a community. I mean, it's different when you're like parasocial and your personality and everybody else is just following you, right? That I'm not talking about that. That's like my own server for Sneakbox. But like Tex Mechs, everybody has a voice. Not everyone talks, but that's where I think there's a critical mass to where you need to be a certain like size, but you can't be too big. Because even in Tex Mechs, there has been breakoffs for, like, I'm part of a weeb Discord, which is from the Tex Mechs people that have broken off and done our own thing. But yeah, I mean, it really matters about the size of the group that you talk with. And I think Tex Mechs is really kind of like the perfect size, honestly. And it's where I went to after I kind of fled Reddit, because I felt like I wanted to connect with people, and I 100% connected with the people here.
No, it's awesome. The first time I heard about it was when Simen and I talked to Khalil from K&C Keys. I know he's in the Pacific Northwest, but he's like, all the people in the Tex Mex community are so awesome. And then Warhopper, his episode just released 3 hours ago. It's live now. Warhopper from the Houston area. Everybody's been saying, and I've told these guys about how we need to ask Muji about the Texas community, but we'll save that for the Texas episode. We'll have Texas people on for sure, man.
Dallas channel, best channel. Best channel. Well, I do my part, but
yeah. Do you have anybody else that you want to shout out? I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh no,
okay.
Yeah, I could just keep going. But those are. If I didn't mention you, it's not because I hate you. I'm sorry, but yeah, those are the folk that I think if I were to say 100%, I mean, the most instrumental for me and the most I'm very grateful to have met over a very short part of my career of being in this space. It feels like just a drop in the bucket for time. I mean, 5 years just blew by. It just feels like a fever dream.
It feels like that every single week for me, at least. All these people, the guests are amazing. Being able to spend time with Simen, Tanghus, and James, Taiwanese James, like it's just fucking awesome. And we never take your time for granted. So thank you, Muji, for being on the episode. To those from the Tex Mechs community that will be on, that we've already reached out to, like Captain Sterling in 2 weeks, people that I can't remember that's on the schedule. We're excited to talk to you. For those that we haven't reached out to, don't worry. We have so many people that we want to reach out to, but we don't want to overextend ourselves like we did, like I did in May or April, and we're booked for like 8 months straight. So if you don't get a message from me or Simen or Tanghus or James, it's not because we don't want you on. It's because we just want to make sure we go through the list and schedule ourselves accordingly, versus the clusterfuck that I set up in April or May. But on behalf of myself, on behalf of Simen, Tanghus, James, and Muji, have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Bye.